Good morning, team. This is J6.4, and this is a reload video about our experience with trades by Sci. As always, guys, you know that this is not financial advice, but it's something that we can talk about. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. The video following is going to outline our experience with trades by Sci a couple of years ago. And the only reason we're bringing this back up because people have given their opinions about the ICC concepts, and also this guy who's now 2 years later, he's trading over $100 million. I don't know if it's true or not, but I want to share our real money experience with trades by Sci. As usual, guys, you know that we put everything that we possibly can to the test before we give opinion. Opinions mean crap. Did this guy make us money or did he not? So, you know the first two steps. People will submit robot signals and traders to us, and that's what happened. They submitted trades by Sci to us. We look for live trading history. We didn't have the real live trading history to back his claims, but we decided to go ahead and test those for ourselves. And as you can see, guys, we have the forward test demo and forward test real. We decided to go with the real forward test because Sci, Trades by Sci, offered a PAMM back then where he would trade for you. So let's go ahead and let's see what happened. And this was around September of 2023. No judgment, just results. Peace. Enjoy.
All right, guys, Jay here, Opkee Investors. Of course, Opkee is where we invest in other people's knowledge, expertise, and efforts in helping us build our portfolio and build our wealth. Of course, like everyone knows, this is not financial advice. It's only us utilizing the tote method where we put traders, signals, um, trade copiers, we put them to the test with real money, real time, just to see if we want to explore investing a little bit farther into their programs. This one was trades by Sci. This seems like it's someone that we're going to have to fire. I was introduced to Sci by someone on a Telegram group, or it was a Discord group, and once I explored his YouTube page, good stuff. Young gun. I think he's like 20, 21 years old. Don't let that throw you, man, because there are some really good traders that I've encountered that are making money, making us money. It just seems like this is something that the younger generation is really embracing and they're excelling at it. So I don't look at that. I just say, hey, man, if you say you can trade, if you can prove it, I want to participate. Now, why? Now, when we look at Sci, let me grab some of my notes here, guys. Come on, notes. Here we go. And right here, as you can see, I put that I think it was a fail. One of the things that I really liked about Sci is that he created, let me go here first, he created something called the ICC concepts. Not to be confused with the ICT. And once I start watching a few of his videos, I'm saying like, this is really, really good. He's a good instructor. He's a good teacher. But I don't know if I wanted to spend time in learning those concepts yet, because there's tons of concepts out there. So if I decide I want to learn a concept and want to trade that particular concept, it has to be proven to me that it's making money. I'll put it that way. So that's the whole concept of Opkee to begin with. Is again, we're leveraging other people's knowledge, expertise, and efforts. So you can go to his YouTube page and man, listen to his story. His story again is great. It's compelling. He claims that he's been managing large sums of money, really believable, because the ICC, and he gives this course away free, which is something that I really like, because he said he wanted to make his money in managing other people's money. Now here's the big deal when it came to our tote process. Tote again is a testing process that's used I think in IT more than anything else, but we use this in trading for Opkee as well. We'll test, we'll invest as little as we possibly can to test, operate it, test again, and then we'll exit. We'll exit with a decision. That decision will be to move forward with it or just to fire them. Now guys, here are my notes here. Let's take a look at them. What I really liked about this guy is he was willing to put himself out there and start trading with a very small amount as far as a requirement to join his PAMM account. In other words, I can open an account, which I did. I opened an account at a particular broker, very minimal amount, $250, so that was nothing because we tested as a group. And the stop loss is $100. That's what he recommended. So in theory, we were just risking $100. In other words, if he loses, if it goes down to $100, we're totally out of the program so far. Now, I expect high risk things like this to go as far down as 50%. I'm willing to for most of them, but this is such a nominal amount. I said, okay, he must be walking his talk. Here's the research. I look at a lot of his trader interviews. He actually developed the system ICC that we were talking about, and that had great reviews. I went into his Discord group, and people were making trades, giving suggestions. There's some good traders in there utilizing his system, and he was willing to trade, and it was a small risk to test that, and that's huge for me. Now here are some of the issues that I had with him. Right now we're down 33%. Again, that's not the deciding point with me. And he still may rebound before he hits our 40%, but I don't know. So we're pretty close to the 40% stop loss, which was $100. Changing transparency. That's what I don't like. It's changing transparency. Let me show you what I mean by that. This is the Discord group for the people who's part of the PAMM, and as you can see, here he is. Welcome, advance now. That's fine. But here, like a few days ago, he had information, and this is the information. In information, it had I forget what the subcategory was, but I think it had to do with the tracking. He had that he was down like 30%, and he actually showed where he was at the moment as far as tracking the account. That's disappeared now that we're 40% down, and he's really not 40% down. I think he's 50 some odd percent down overall. But when we got in, we didn't get in at the beginning. We got in probably 2-3 days later. So therefore, we're down around 30 some odd percent. Okay. But anyways, he erased anything on his Discord group that shows that right now he's in a drawdown, which I don't think that's cool. But again, that bugs me more than being down 33%. Let's look at his my FX book. I like that he had my FX book as well. Now I've got to give him credit for this. At least he still has the my FX book and is accurate. So he didn't scrub this page. He's 49% down. But again, with all the shit that was talked on how he only sets up high, I'm sorry, he only trades high probability setups and things of that nature. He's teaching us not to just take every trade or overtrade. This is just not good. I don't like to see 49%. But again, that's not the biggest issue that I have with it. Okay. And here, as you can see, we're right in the back office, and this is Sway Markets. And you see, here's our trading account. Our equity right now is 161, so it's even lower than it was when I started this video. So obviously he's in some trades right there. So right now we're down $88. And my biggest issue, again, guys, is it's no communication, no lessons, nothing, which I thought that was going to be the big part of this PAMM, and a big part of being in his Telegram group, and a big part of being in his Discord group. So we're going to let it play out. if it, where are we, 12 bucks from being out of it. But as of right now, not because of the drawdown, but because of the communication and the wonky transparency and the scrubbing of the drawdown, we're out of here. All right, guys, Jay here, and I'm doing a quick follow-up to our experience with Sci Trades, or Trades by Sci. The only reason I'm doing this is before I shut down my Sway account, his copy trade program, it got a little bit worse, right? So now we were down to like $117 from the 250. 250 was their minimum. And I sort of got into a disagreement with the guy who introduced this program to me. Now, he's not part of our mastermind. I would consider him to be more of a trading cyber buddy, for the lack of a better term. And the good thing about being in a mastermind group should hold you accountable. So if you start your own mastermind, make sure that you have your principles on what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate from your vendors, from your employees, from the people that you hire. And remember, our mindset is, if I send you money, you're hired. That means you're an employee, not a guru anymore, but someone who needs to stick by the rules, the regulations of my company. And when I say my company, I don't care if it's a $100 company or a $100,000 company. So he asked me, why am I not continuing the journey? And I said, well, there was something that was questionable. And as soon as something doesn't seem right, I'm out of there. And it has nothing to do with the performance. The performance is down, but that happens. I'm not new to this game. I'm not new to this, guys. And I wanted to share with you where we are now and why we got out of this copy trade when we did. Okay, guys, this is his Telegram channel, one of his Telegram channels, because he has a few of them, at least two that I know of. So I don't want to exaggerate. But the channel he started with his copy trader, 250 bucks, and it really is just a PAMM account where you send money. Bottom line is, he said that he makes up to 30% a month. So if I put $1,000 in there, that's $300, and he splits that 50-50. So effectively it would be 15% a month. Even if he was doing 10% a month on a consistent basis, remember, our guidelines and our goals is we want anywhere between 5 to 20% a month, right? So that would fall into our parameter, especially if he's this good as he says he is. And again, everyone has a downtime. His course, the people who take his course, and the course is free. You can go to his YouTube page and his Discord channel and get access to that. And as a matter of fact, I think that I'm going to take the course because I've watched some videos here and there, and I said, okay, I can follow along this, and I like the way he teaches. But that's not as important as, are you performing? That's what we deal with. So we put our 250 in, and we were down, let's just say, around 30%. Now, this is what he said happened. Let me keep going. September 15th, and that's almost a month ago. He said, next week, I will be full-time trading the Sway market account for the rest of the year. I will no longer be doing signals. Fine. It was basically free anyways. Plus, if you were taking my trades this way, to do the exact same but way more efficient. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for being patient through this whole process of building. It's been some up and downs the past few months getting into asset management, but we're finally here. Let's focus on monthly consistency and see you guys soon. 100 billion in loading. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. All right, so the big thing that I got out of this was, I will be trading full time at the Sway market account. I will be trading it. That's September 15th, right? And then right down here, October 11th, he finally communicates, after going down, that, hey man, we've experienced a 70% drawdown. I understand the disappointment. I will take full responsibility. Perfect. That's what you should do. But this is it. The decision to initiate trading with the EA trading bot did not yield the desired results. Therefore, I apologize for any inconvenience that it may have caused. However, I want to assure you that we are taking decisive steps to rectify the situation. I'm honored to announce. Now, he announced this almost a month ago. I'm honored to announce that I am now actively trading the copy trader with a strong commitment to your investments. The only problem I have with that, as I told my cyber trading buddy, is that, okay, he did this a month ago, almost a month ago, not quite. He started trading it manually September 15th, according to him, not according to me. Let me show you. Okay, let's give him a benefit of the doubt here. This is September 15th. So let's just say he was down 32% September 13th. He said the next week he was going to start trading it manually. The next week would have been September 18th, 17th, 18th. Starting the trading week, he was down 30%, almost 31%. So with his manual trading, according to him, with his manual trading, the drawdown went up to 27%, negative 27%, and as of October 9th, 68%, almost 70% down, based on what he said he was what they call manual trading from September 18th. So something's fishy. Don't know what it is, but the communication, I have to give him an A for. No, I can't give him an A for that, for transparency, but at least he still had my FX book up and gave us a timeline that I don't know if he did this accidentally or not, or if he's just that honest and wants to be transparent. But my only problem is what happened between September 15th to October 12th, which is today. I think it is. Okay. Thank you.